This is our starting point for our haunted history tour. The city is very old. We're looking at over 300 years. And so anytime you have a lot of time pass and of course a lot of death in this area, you end up having legend and stories about ghosts. And so we're going to talk about some of the haunted stories that we have here in the quarter this evening. So on the upriver side, in between the Cabildo building and the church, you have what we call Pirates Alley. At night they would go and they would do their business, split up their monies, and they would part their ways. And as you can probably imagine, we have fights nowadays that end in litigation. Back then there wasn't quite as much litigation, so fights would sometimes happen that would cause death. Here in what we call Père Antoine's Alley, named for the monk Père Antoine, the story is if you're coming out of the quarter later on in the evening, you may see a gentleman walk as he is going to walk right up to you and ask a question, dressed in a long cloak, but will simply continue walk by you. Most people say they have an experience where it almost gets them emotional. They go to look over their shoulder and he's no longer there. Ursuline Convent would originally been started here in 1727. The first building was built on this site in 1735. Now the entire place would have been started in construction for the church in 1749 to finish in 1753. The story is that the vampires were up on the third floor there, and that these dormers were ended up nailed shut with silver nails, that were blessed by the Vatican. This is now closed up. There are no vampires left in the city, and the ones that were are locked there for eternity. So the story is, y'all, if you'll notice, even today those dormers stay nice and tight shut, even though the second floor does not. And they always stay locked shut, and that's to keep the vampires in.